That's a funny one. Bryson Griffin, the second baseman, number 15. He'll be at the plate, ready to hit. You have Aaron Smiglowski, the first baseman, now at first, and Hayden Myrick, number 10, is at second. And it looks like the umpire is stopping to have a word with Coach Brandon Lusk of the Comets. All right, looks like they'll reset, get ready to go back to action here. Bryson Griffin, number 15, the second baseman for the Comets. Thank you for those that are checking us out on our audio cast coverage, not only on the Community Radio Network, but also on our Facebook Community Radio Network page. We did some video cast the other night of the high-rise East Coast basketball tournament, and it went really, really well. So now we're doing this baseball event. Thank you to again, all the great people. Brandon Lusk, Bennett Jones, the athletic director here at Clayton, all the cool people. Thank you so much for the hospitality, as, again, CRN Sports is the voice of the Comets. We are looking for a bigger and better 2020 season up ahead, but this is our first baseball broadcast for them because obviously Trey's so busy with his job at WIZS and full-time work, and then of course with my obligations with NASCAR and with Fox Sports and MAV TV and all the racing stuff, the racing things that I do, finally been able to just be able to do baseball. Really, really cool. Relaxes me. I love announcing baseball. Runner at a second by number 10 of Myrick. He'll think better of it. He'll stay there. He's safe. Pitch comes back to Dalton Lee, and we're still at 0-2 the count. So 0 balls, 2 strikes, no outs as we start the bottom of the second inning right now. Still got the runners on first and second with Smiglowski, and number 10 of Myrick at second. The pitch to Griffin, and it's a wild pitch. This will allow now number 10 of Hayden Myrick to advance to third. Smiglowski will advance to second, and this will open up first. The opportunity now for Bryson Griffin to go to first and have the bases loaded for the big man center of C.J. Lewis is on the horizon for the Comets. And there's a grounder. Here comes number 10, Myrick. He'll come in and score. Smiglowski will stop at second, and then you've got now Bryson Griffin getting to first. And the Comets are up 2-0 here in the bottom of the second.
Now batting the catcher, C.J. Lewis.
C.J. Lewis, the catcher, number 3 now, up for the Comets. On deck is Devin Omana, the third baseman, number 2, and then we go back to the top of the rotation order. 2-0 right now as it stands in this Greater News 3A conference match at Pleasant Field. Wild pitch swung there by Lee to number 3 of Lewis. Lewis misses and ducks, and they'll call the ball count at 1. 2-0 as it stands right now. Sunset about to happen here at Pleasant Field, the home of the Comets. If you're enjoying our coverage, please comment, like, and share. Thank you, Brian Snow. Appreciate it, buddy. Share, like and share. I love it. Two and one the count right now. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out now. The pitch for Lewis. Lewis will swing, and that'll open up 2 strikes now. So 2-2, we're even. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here. Bottom of the second. We still have 2-0. Comets are out in front after a run scored by Harding and also number 10 of Myrick. Runners are on third, and that's how it stands right now. Pitch swung, and they're going to call a strike, and he's out. That'll be 2 outs now. Number 3 of C.J. Lewis, the catcher, out. And we'll still bring up
Now batting the third baseman, Devin Omana.
third baseman Devin Omana, the number 2, coming in now for the Comets, and he'll be the next hitter. Final hitter on the bottom of the rotation, and then we'll go back to the top of the order. Swing! Oh, my goodness, to center field! It's deep! It's gone! Could it be out of here? And it is! What a catch made there with a stop! I thought it was going to be out of gone, but the center fielder for the Spartans, Gerson Arias, thought better of it, and he spoils the plans for Devin Omana. And that will deliver the sign, and the bottom of the second is up. But 1 run scored in by number 10, Hayden Myrick. And, of course, it is right now a 2-0 game. This is Comets Baseball on CRN, the Community Radio Network, back after our radio timeout.
Some energy drinks want to scare you. Some even want to bully you around. And the others, they're just blowing smoke. Packed with vitamins B3, B5, B6, and B12, the new HiQ energy drink comes available in 4 exciting flavors. Skyberry Fusion, Apple, Coconut Fruit Punch, and Lemon Lime. Natural caffeine, no preservatives, no crash, no bull. HiQ energy drink. Wings are for birds.
Now back to live coverage on the CRN Sports Network.
2-0 as it stands right now. Welcome back to our coverage on CRN, the Community Radio Network, on our audio cast coverage at crnsports.org and Community Radio Network on Facebook with the video cast. Wesley Outland back here with you as it stands right now. It is 2-0 with the Comets out in front. We go now to the top of the third. We go to the top of the third inning now. And this will bring up number 6, Luke Jenkins, the left fielder for the Spartans. He'll be up to try to finally put some points on the board here on this spring afternoon, evening of baseball. Beautiful, beautiful night. Temperature right now is 65 degrees outside. 65 degrees ambient temperature. But a beautiful, beautiful night for baseball. Swing, and it will bounce off the fence. No good. And 0-2 in the count. 0 balls, 2 strikes on the pitch count. Coming up after our next bottom of the first or the bottom of the third wraps up, we'll get an interview with Brandon Lusk and get his thoughts of the game. And then we'll also have an interview also with Coach Gabe Brown of the Spartans.
Now batting number 21, Garrison Arias.
And Garrison Arias will now be batting now for the Spartans. That is an out on Jenkins. Garrison Arias at the bottom of the rotation. Center fielder, number 21 for the Spartans. And again, coming up in just a few moments after the end of the third, top of the third, we will have a wild pitch into the dugout for the Spartans. Once we get a stoppage of play here at the top of the third and we wrap up the top of the third with the Spartans on offense, we will have the coach's interview with Coach Gabe Brown of the Spartans. He is the visiting coach here at Clayton. And then after that, when we wrap up the bottom of the third, we will have the interview with Coach Brandon Lusk as well. Shout out to my executive producer, Trey Snide, making sure everything is sounding good on the audio and the video cast. Had a little bit of a I guess a hum or buzz, and I don't like that. And I'm very animated. I will try to figure out and fix it as best as I can. And I will tell you, we have wires and cables and all sorts of things set up here, so doing our best with the production. Thank you so much to everybody that's tuning in. Man, I'm blown away. Thank you to Brian Casey, Jason Dykes, Blake Austin, Jamie Mabry, Tony Wright, Don Cook, Mary Edwards. And there's another strike.
Dalton Lee.
Another strike is out on Garrison Arias, the center fielder. So we go back to the top of the rotation, and this will bring up now Dalton Lee, the pitcher, number 3. He'll be up to hit for the Spartans. The pitch comes in. Swing. It's going to go out of play. Two and 0 the count right now. And a swing again to center field. Number 3, Dalton Lee with a good run to first. Nice hit for Dalton Lee for the Spartans. So some signs of life here. Dalton Lee, the younger brother of the big man, Jalen Lee, J-Rock, who they used to call, now in college, is now up to hit. Gets a run to first. Alan Brown, the shortstop, number 4, will now be your next hitter for the Spartans. Alan Brown, shortstop, number 4 for the Spartans. 2 outs now, top of the third. Coming up, coach's interview with Gabe Brown of the SSS Spartans. Again, they are sitting at 1-13 on the year, 0-7 in the conference. They got themselves an emotional win over Cape View, and that was their only win of the season so far. And one of the things you'll hear about in this interview with the Coach's Corner, talking with Gabe Brown of the Spartans, is the record doesn't stand for itself with the respect and the knowledge and the work that the Spartan players have put in to this season. And we'll talk with Gabe Brown about that as you'll hear it in the interview on my Coach's Corner here in just a moment. Then when we wrap up the bottom of the third, I will have my interview with Brandon Lusk, the head coach of the Clayton Comets as well. Pitch count is 1-1, 2 outs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing again, and that'll be a strike as well. Goes out of the park. We're here at Pleasant Field. Beautiful, beautiful Tuesday night for baseball here in the spring. They're getting ready for Easter break. Remember, the CRN Sports Network will have you covered on Monday and Tuesday with the Johnston County Easter Invitational Tournament. It's going to be at South Johnston High School in Benson. We'll have it for you on CRN. Wild swing pitch to right field. Getting up under it quickly as here comes Dalton Lee. He'll advance to third. He's safe. Player at first is safe. So we have Dalton Lee at first, Alan Brown after a swing to right field at first as well. Dalton Lee's at third, Alan Brown at first, and here comes now Tony Ellis. He'll swing and he'll hit the center for the Spartans. So some signs of life for the SSS Spartans. Dalton Lee on third, Alan Brown at first, Tony Ellis up to bat, the catcher, second time getting licks. The pitch, swing to center field. Here comes Brown. He'll advance to second. That will deliver the sign. Opportunity strikes there for Dalton Lee to try to get to home plate, but that will wrap it up. Top of the third in the books, throwing everything away that they tried to get started, and that is it for the Spartans. Bottom of the third we go with still 2-0. Comets out in front. Here's the interview I had earlier this afternoon with head coach of the SSS Spartans, Gabe Brown. Bottom of the third coming up on CRN. Okay, we're back here on the new High-Q Energy Drink Dugout pregame show, getting ready for Comets versus Spartans, and we're on the field here at Pleasant Field talking out of the head coach of the SSS Spartans, Mr. Gabe Brown. 1-13 overall, 0-7 in the conference, but this is rivalry baseball. Anything can happen. What's it going to take to turn things around and get a win here tonight?
Hey, well, baseball, any given night. You go out there, you got to play 7 strong innings. Baseball's a game where anything can happen. You get a hot pitcher, you get a few hot bats, make the routine plays, and hey, you never know. Got a young team, but let's let them come out here and fight.
Well, I used to actually be the PA announcer for the SSS Spartans last year and kind of watch the growth to see how things